What is up, YouTube world? I do not have my card stands, but I have cards. I do have a package from Steve. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's a relative newcomer to the community. Broncos 79. Seems like a decent guy. He's from Texas, so I've heard some folks that are a little sketchy from that part of the world, but he seems to be okay so far. Well, we'll see. Initiation period. So went to the boutique today. Of course, no, at the time that I had said in one of the previous videos, nothing there for retail, which that's fine. It was about that 3 o'clock, no, a little after 2, nothing. But decided to wander over to the toy area, because again, it's an addiction. Saw Stunning Steve, and I was like, oh, shit. That's easily my favorite gimmick character he had. Him and Flying Brian Pillman as the Hollywood Blondes is some of the most underrated work, even still to this day. And then Trista found Grimace. She also, what was it? It was like some little nugget dude. We'll see. Not even on there. But there's a nugget, some space nugget or something. And then Officer Mac was there. Mayor McCheese or the Hamburglar were there. I would have gotten those friends, but I'm a huge Grimace fan. Huge. Love Mr. Grimace. So, you guys got anything Grimace out there, let me know. Got some cards in though. Mentioned that. A few decent ones. And something from a new Topps release. So, I'm very happy to get that. Huh, that's interesting. I didn't even notice that. I like that. First, though, picked up this little underrated movie for like $4. Yes, people still buy DVDs. Special editions. One I never bought, so classic. And then, what shall I start on? Start with this Friend. You're like, what the hell is another player? It's gonna tie in a moment. Good. Duke lost to UNC. Bobby Ryan, 12, 13, I think. Dominion. Yes. Dominion Peerless patches. I think it was under $10 then shipping, but it was a bundle with some other card that you'll see later on. Let's see if we can get this without falling over. Bobby Ryan's been a solid player for the last decade. Tailed off the last few years, but still decent. Still serviceable. Still can go out there and give you something. So, get it for $10, and that patch is damn near filthy. So, into 40, so I can't beat that. Next 2 cards are from a purchase. I'd completely spaced it, but he was down in Texas, and I think it was the same time as all that good weather, so it got delayed a little bit, and didn't matter because I'd forgotten about him. I'd remember maybe a week before. I was like, wonder where those are at, and then just slipped my mind. But Johan Santana 2000 Fleer Mystica, rookie to 2000. If anybody has the finest 2000 rookie of him, let me know. I'm an interested party. I'm a buyer. And then one, again, I don't show any of them because I don't need to. But again, a guy I've collected since 90, mentioned it a million times, Frank Thomas, only through like 99, 98, 99. But 97 Ultra Diamond Producer, which I do believe is 1 and 288 case hit. It's got sort of that canvasy feel. It's a real thin, flimsy card, so not as flimsy as the Silks from Pacific, but nice card and really reasonable price. I think it was like 20 bucks, so I think I got my Piazza for like 15, so I figured Thomas, a little more collectible in the hobby, it's worth that extra couple bucks. Next was a, I don't know if I want to show this yet. I want to wait till some of this other stuff comes in and announced. Not a collection per se, but just where I'm picking up more of that guy's stuff. So we'll wait. We'll have the debut of that one another time, but I got plenty more, don't worry. I think 90s Barry Sanders fan on Instagram had posted, I think an Eddie George, if I remember right, of this card. And I said, I don't even know about that. And that's what I always tell you. I don't know everything. I won't claim to know everything. Because like Eric says, those back pages, I'm always learning. When you think you know everything, that's usually the beginning of the downfall. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I like the way it shines. It's very subtle. So I found this $29.99 our best offer. I think I offered 20 and he took it. I mean, it just about instantly. So I was like, that's a win. Again, brands that people don't like, but now you can see on the EG in the bottom right, I'm assuming his name and the logo of the brand. You can see a little shine. It's a Steven Davis. The edge graded. See how that shines? Well, there's 101s in here. If you look dead center on the bottom, personal collection. Get up close. 001 of 001. So super happy to acquire that. Again, I don't know how far this Davis collection is going to go. I'm starting to slip into that. I liked him as a back a lot. He was like a little more nimble Natron, a little more power. But Natron's always the king, so. But to get that for 20 bucks, price of a blaster plus some shipping and tax, you can't beat that. Especially on those early edition 1-of-1s. Even if it's a collector's edge, but this is a legit one. They've got the personal collection of what is it? The T3. They've got the same thing where it's like the rookie photo shoot and it's just like 20 cards per player. I know because I got a bunch of North cuts, but super happy to get that true one, day one. Next up, the reason why I got the Bobby Ryan was because of that card. Another number, Matt Dumba NT RPA to add to the collection. I don't even know what number it is. Maybe a handful now, maybe 5. Probably more like 3 or 4. But to 99, I've got some of the versions to 55, which are the jersey number ones. But super nice patch. So I bet I didn't want to, but when I saw one of my favorite artist by far was in this, I had to. So I'll show the back because it's like the top's now They've upped that game a little bit. Where it's a reflective logo on there. But that artist, a lot of people don't like his stuff. A lot. That's fine. Again, beauty in the eye of the beholder. Not everybody has to like the same stuff. It'd be a shitty world if they did. So, I picked up the the Francisco Lindor basically like an introduction press conference type card. Again, what I enjoy the most, seeing like left field or whatever, Mr. and Mrs. Met up on top, and then one of Keyshore's character, one of his characters looking to the left with the open mouth. Seems to be a Lilith. Ooh, a burping Lilith. But this will be one run I will try to do. I'm very committed to that because I regret messing out on the stuff last year after seeing how goofy this stuff was. And again, when Bob Lewis showed the Maguire, I swore that it was a fake card. I didn't even realize somebody had done that. And when I realized it was too late to get I think the Clemente, the Maguire, and then Mattingly. Those three are all, unless something miraculous happens and I can sell off a bunch more and get those at decent prices because I really don't want to pay stupid prices, and right now that's what they're at. I will not be getting those, but I love those. I love Keyshore. It's fun, and adding that to the hobby, it's made it a lot more fun. I can't wait to put that on Instagram and tag him in it because he seems to really enjoy that stuff, and that's again what the hobby should be about, not what everybody else perceives or suggests or should determine what you collect. You like the Keyshore, you like the Ermsies, you like the Banksy, that's another one. You like any of those artists, the male or female, whoever. Pick your poison, stick with it. Just because somebody else doesn't like it, or keep going. This was another I had on my watch list forever. Not that he's a huge player. He's a guy that I PC. Shocking. One of the 1,274,632 players I collect. But there's so much chatter with the basketball parallel. The football parallel from 97 is constantly creeping up. Some of the retros are creeping up, and with this, the retro skybox, whatever they're gonna do, Metal Universe, coming out in, what is it, April-ish. It wasn't imperative, and since Dumba doesn't have one in the set, this was the main guy I wanted to get, so I figured, yeah, you might as well try to make a deal and talk the seller down, I think like $25. So still probably overpaid in all your eyes and opinions, but that's all right. It's a big card for this collection. I've got his Prism Finite too, so a couple monsters for this collection that I really never talk about ever. So out of 13, 14, Fleer Retro. See in the bottom left. And it just topples over. It's a BGS 9, which again, irrelevant. But and again, I know it's not the original. That's fine. Hockey didn't have him. Sometimes I'm glad, sometimes I'm disappointed. But super happy to get it in before the craze picks up and everybody just starts looking for anyone. So super glad Dumba doesn't have one. I wish I would have. Wish he would though, but it's rare to pick up a Brodeen too, so nice to pick up one of his cards. And the last comes in this brick. So we got a lucite holder. I was able to sell some stuff to David, but I think it's Bubba or BubG23. Comment on some of my videos. Thank you again, David, for this. I won't say there hasn't been Broders picking up or showing up. There has. A lot of them are past that 03, 04 threshold. A lot of nice ones though too. There's been times when I've been super tempted to pick something up. But I'm always trying to remind myself, something like this comes up, then I don't have those funds. I'm not saying they're discretionary funds, but at the same time, when I collect all 8,641,539 players that I do collect, sometimes these big boys pop up in places you don't really expect, or at times you really don't take into consideration. There isn't like, oh man, middle of June, that's when the baseball stuff should pop. Middle of October, that's when the big football stuff. Hockey, middle of January. Basketball, I don't know, March, I'd say March. There's never that designated time. It's nice. This one popped and I'm like, oh boy. I've had experience with one of these before, like I think the logo man. And I got blown out of the water. So I was nervous. I had the money though. Thanks to that sale. May have sold a little early in a few things, that's fine. The price I got in on them, that's where my mind goes. I'm making X amount over whatever I paid, great, and I'm helping another collector, fine. This came up, I told, I think, Vinny, Steve, Carlos, and Michael. Just those four. And, oh, Joey. I think I got Joey in there too. Because I think he was excited afterwards. And said, this is the one I have to go after. It's going to be stupid money if it reaches around the top bid. Or top number. It's fine. Again, bid a lot more and a lot dumber things and lost. So with this, I was hoping to win, and I did. I love the laundry tag on here. Spoiler. Because it has an arch, and that's what my nickname is. It's Amish Dave, but also Arch. St. Louis. Not only because of Ryan, Neil, their shop down there. Consider them still pretty decent friends, even though they don't respond to my texts about hockey. But and then I had family down there. I want to say an aunt, a couple cousins. We went to the old Busch Stadium, watched the Phillies in like 91, and then I've been to the new Busch Stadium, that was in like 2016. my boy Sam Banks at one of the pre-Nats shows. Watched, I think, Carlos Martinez and Samardzija duel. It was like a 1-0 game in the 10th, I think. The Giants finally won, but Samardzija, I think both of them went 9 innings, so it was just, of course, that's not what you want when you go to town to a game 12 hours away. You hope to hit at least an 8-4 game or a couple home runs or hit out, but man, there was nothing. But still, one of my favorite, obviously my favorite player, at least collecting wise. I know there's a couple other variations or types of these cards. Hope it stays. I don't know if it will. On a 2010 Topps triple threads. Again, laundry tag logo patch, whatever it is. Josh Johnson, dual patch on the left too, so I got a rescued out of that friend because of the back. You can't even see the back because it's I won't even pick it up, but it's like a cork board or some kind of see how it shines, the one under there, right there. See that little dimple on there? Which again, that stuff doesn't bother me on these cards, because again, it takes so much to try to make something like this. And that he's got something like this I can actually chase after. But I'll show you the back. It's got like this or that, like that film, like almost fly paper type. You can see right there. Then you got like the front of the card. But super happy to get that. Super happy, and for a price I was very comfortable paying. Not my max bid, which you always get nervous with, especially with one of those type of marquee items. And thankfully it won't be something that I want to ever grade, because again, that dimple. And if you want to hear a little more about grading, listen tomorrow night, which will be probably tonight. I'll upload this video Sunday, because I'm Carlos, 8 p.m. Central Time on his channel. He'll be talking about grading, and then talk a little more on Tuesday on the Insert Revolution podcast, 7:05 Central Standard Time, on the YouTube channel, which bears the same name, the Insert Revolution. So that's it. I got the stuff from Steve I still got to unveil. I really want to get some more of those cards into a certain player just to show off, because again, it's not somebody big. I've made reference to a couple of these players looking at stuff, and then finally bit the bullet. Somebody had a bunch of stuff, and I'm trying to get a couple other, for me, big cards. For you guys, it might be just like, but they're big in the pantheon of the history of cards, I'd say. So hope you enjoyed. A little different vantage point. You got to see a wrestling figure, which most of the time you don't. Grimace kicks ass. You get to see a DVD in there. You get to hear Lily rooting around a bit. Topps new Project 70, Project 20, aka Project 2021. Keith Shore, one of my favorites. And again, like I've said, collect what you love. That's all you need to do. Collect what you love. Don't blindly follow. Open your eyes, and you can see the beauty in the hobby. So with that, take her easy, YouTube. She's easy. Take her twice.